Good morning, konnichiwa. It's KPB, and today we are off to the Fushimi Inari shrine, which is just a few stops away from Kyoto city. Let's have a look and see what all the fuss is about, shall we? It is meant to be very nice indeed.
You've just got to get through all of this lot first.
Kyoto is a busy station, but you want to head for the Nara line, platforms 8 to 10.
This shrine honours Inari, the god of rice. His spiritual messenger is a fox, which is why we keep seeing fox statues everywhere. The trail we're about to see is straddled by 1,000 Torri Gates, making a spiritual walkway up a mountain. It's a super Instagrammable shot. I think these pictures must have been taken at a really early time. Or maybe someone took them during lockdown. Because this is the reality. I'm not sure what it says about our spiritual journey, but we actually bypassed the gates and walked alongside them just to avoid the crowds. Otherwise, there was one hell of a traffic jam. There's a few gaps where you can cut out and join back in again without causing too many issues. However, the higher up you go, it does start to thin out a bit. The trail takes you up Mount Inari, which is 233 metres tall. Does that count as a mountain? I'm not sure. Don't stack it.
Yeah, try not to fall over.
We're about 20 minutes in at this point, and it's already a bit more manageable. Maybe all the photos are taken here.
Done about a half-hour hike so far. Hike's a strong word. It's a walk uphill. I'm not fit, but I'm not struggling. How are you doing after half an hour?
I'm fine.
It's okay. Lots of Torri Gates. The public have thinned right out, and it's a beautiful place. Get to the summit soon. For when you're thirsty on a religious pilgrimage. Now, if you're anything like us, you might have hit the summit without realising. Because I think we're on our way down and we haven't actually found the top.
I think the top was where the cat was.
Ah, the top was where the shop was. That would make sense.
Typical tourist.
But there wasn't any view. I was expecting a view, and there wasn't one. But I'm glad I did the climb, but I wish I knew about the exit route before I did it. Because this is simple. Though no Torri Gates.
And as we descend, it's back into the crowds again.
So, the Fujiyama Shrine. Very attractive, very busy. The best bit is the passageway of Torri Gates, but they are ramadama ding dong. If you want to avoid all of it, I don't know if there's some spiritual meaning in that, you can avoid the first section by walking up the right hand side, which is what we did. And then you can cut in later on. It does thin out. By the time you get to the third or the fourth passageway of gates, there's not as many people there. We reached the summit without realising, which is odd, and then came back down. The walk down is about 5 minutes, easy. The Torri Gates on the way up, I would say, are 35-40 minutes, and it's a tough walk, but I wouldn't say it was a hike. If your knees are okay, you will be fine. If your knees are not okay, you may struggle. Use the toilets at the top, not the ones at the bottom. I bought an authentic Torri Gate at the top from a seller. He purified the Torri Gate with special stones, especially for me, before shoving it in a plastic bag and handing it over with a questionnaire on his service, which was very amusing. Right, more shops. So the Fushimi Inari shrine has 1,000 Torri Gates, but it also has 28,000 visitors a day. So they will be experiencing them at the same time that you will be. It's not quite the religious retreat that we expected. It comes with free Wi-Fi and local amenities and vending machines at almost every temple. But other than that, if you can get it when it's quiet enough, come early enough and see some of the Torri Gates without too many fellow visitors, it will be a wonderful experience. For us, it was a walk. Be aware if you need to top up your travel cards or if you need to buy tickets. Most transport stations only take cash.
Inari Station and Kyoto Railway bound for Kyoto, Gojo, Gyeongchito, Gyeongsanjo, Shinchotima, or Hirakato. If you are taking Fushimi.
And who has cash? I do. He does.
Right then, where are we off to now?
Arashiyama. Now, how did we get here? It's about 7 stops or half hour from Kyoto, and the trains will be busy if you go at peak times. So, if you can find a bit of space on the carriage, it would be most preferable. Immediately upon arriving, there's definitely a feel that you've escaped from the city. Calmer, cleaner, more relaxed. We're here today to find a romantic, tranquil bamboo forest to walk through. Let's see if we can find it.
The famous path of bamboo in Kyoto is described as otherworldly and a must-do. Problem is, everybody does.
We're having our relaxing walk through the bamboo forest. This is just a Wednesday. What kind of spoils the bamboo forestness other than all the people like us that have come here to look at nature? Are the electric cables running through them?
I think it may have been pretty once. It seems to have lost something.
The nature is lost. Look, we have a lot of this going on. I guess that's the problem when you feature in a lot of things to do books. Everyone goes there. Damn you tourists.
Depending on how much you like bamboo, they do 4-hour walking tours of this forest. Which is strange because the whole forest is only about 500 metres long. And at peak times, that's a crowded 500 metres.
That being said, there are some moments of tranquility to be had if your bar is set low.
How do you turn on the flash?
Yeah, he turned it off. That's why all my pictures are so dark.
Please go there.
Well, I had high hopes for this place, and they have been not met. Let us just say that every time you see nice videos of this place, there is a reason you only see it from this height.
I mean, you laugh, but... Oh no, I got it just beforehand.
Quick, delete.
Get out of here.
Westerners. Ugh. How was your walk through the forest?
Peoply.
Tell you what, that is one species from nature that has repopulated far too often.
Agreed. This part is nice and quiet.
This part is. Why is this bit?
Because we're closer to the train station.
Ah. Yes.
See? It's right there.
Okay, if you want quietness in the bamboo forest, stick to the train station because there's less people there. If you can get away from the people, there are actually some lovely areas to just explore, but I think the lesson to be learnt here is if you go for the stuff in the tourist guides, so will everyone else. If you go off the beaten track, you'll never know what you'll find.
If we had that, I would want it in the pot. Because I wouldn't want it going.
And with that lesson learnt, it's time to take the train back home. We're going to spend the evening in Dotonbori, where it is considerably less peoply. Like, follow and subscribe!